Hello guys, this is A. Johnson. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to use inbuilt Notepad for HTML and CSS. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to create a folder. So I name my folder practice. Now that I've created the folder, so I'm going to look for the inbuilt Notepad in my computer. So where will I get that? So I'm going to come down here and type Notepad. And then click the icon here and then save the file as index.html. I click save. So because I need two files, so I'm going to go back again and search for the second notepad and click the icon, then save this one as style.css. Now I have two files. Now I have the two files inside the practice folder. So to begin with, I'm going to start with index.html. So inside this file, I'm going to create all the necessary tag. I'm going to zoom it. So here in this tag, the beginning of the tag is exclamation mark of dot type HTML. So the next one is HTML, which is the frame of the website, and then the head tag and the body tag. So between the head tag, there's another one called title, which is going to be the title of the website. So we can call it Notepad. So, and the second one, which is link, here, this link is going to be the one to link the link tag is going to be the one to link the file that I created a while ago, this style.css. So it's going to link them together with the index.html. So this file style.css will link with index.html with this tag. So I've linked the style.css together with the index.html, two files together now with this tag link. And the last one, which is the body is the body of the website. So whatever you have inside the body tag will reflect inside the website. So in order to know if this is actually working, so I'm going to test the website, the file, the index.html by typing the heading tag, which is h1, and in between the heading tag I will type hello world, then I save it. When I save it, then I will refresh my browser to see if it is actually working. So now I'm going to type h1. So between the h1 I will type hello world. Now that I typed hello world, I will save it. I will save the file. Then I will refresh my browser and see if I actually haven't have the hello world reflect on the browser. So I'm going to save it, and then when I save it, I will click the index.html. Now I have it here. I have hello world, which is what I type between the h1 tag here. Now that I have this, actually the color is black and the font should be less than 50 px. So if I want to change the color of this hello world to red, so I'm going to change it inside the style.css file, which is the second file, and this file will be the one to style the hello world and change the color of hello world from black to red, because I linked the file, which is the style.css. I linked the file with the index.html file. So let's do it and see if it's actually working. So I want you to watch me and see what I'm doing actually here. So I'm going to play the two files side by side and see, so that we can see what we are doing, or what I'm actually doing, so that we cannot be able to understand what I'm doing here. So I'm going to zoom it again. I'm going to zoom this file. So now that I want to change the hello world color to red, so I'm going to use the tag h1 to style the hello world, to change the hello world color, which is black, to red. So I'm going to say h1 color red. Now that I said h1 then color red, if I save it, for example, and I refresh my browser, see what's going to happen. The black color of hello world will change to red. As you can see here, the color of the hello world change from black to red. Now we can also do some other things. Let's say, for example, we want to increase the font of hello world to bigger size. For example, font size. Let's say I want to increase to 90 pz. So if I save it and refresh the browser, see what is going to happen here. The hello world font will increase to 90 pz. I can see here. So I'm going to create the header of the website. So in between the header tag, I'm going to type head1 tag. So I'm going to name the head1 tag as Notepad. Now that I have created the header tag, I will come back here to the style of CSS. To style the header. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to type the symbol, X symbol. It means all in CSS. So the pattern of the website initially will be 0. The margin will be 0 also. Now I'm going to style the header. So I will begin by typing header and then say the width of the header is 100%. The height is about 110 px. The background color of the header will be probably brown. Will be better, brown. So I'm going to save it and refresh the browser. Okay, because I didn't save the HTML file. Now that I saved the HTML file, so I will refresh the browser. Now I have this. I'm going to increase the font, the height of the, no, there's no need. So I just need to correct something here. So we now increase we refresh the browser and I have this. Now that I've done this, I will move the file, the heading, which is Notepad, to the center. So what I'm going to do is begin with the header again and say H1, then margin left 300 px, and the font size will be 90 px. So I will refresh the browser now and see what is going on. So I'm going to move it again because it seems that the notepad is not at the center point. So I'm going to say 450. Okay, this is better. Now the second thing that I'm going to do after the header, just below the header, I'm going to the break the distance between the image that I want to create now. So I'm going to type the image tag and then type my image name here, JPG. Then I refresh the browser. Now I have my image here. I want to move the image to the center. So what I'm going to do is very simple. I'm just going to type the image tag like this. Then margin left to, let's say, 250. Okay, I'm going to increase it to 350. Okay, this is better here. So the next thing that I'm going to do again is to create div. I want to create div here. Div. So inside my div, I will have my heading. For this time around, it's not going to be heading 1, it's going to be heading 2. And then I have my paragraph just below the H2, which is heading 2. Now, I'm going to break it to give it a little bit gap by using the tag PR. Now, I'm going to say class, which is the attribute. Then I call it para in order to style the div. So now I'm going to go to the browser and then look for the, I've done it before, so I'm just going to copy this and then place it between the H2 tag here. And also copy the text. So I'm going to copy this text along. Copy and then place it between the P tag here. Now that I've done this, I will refresh the browser. Probably I will not see anything yet because the background is black. So I'm not going to see anything because the background is black. So what I'm going to do is to change the text, or probably to style the div, which is parallel. So if you want to style the class, the attribute class, so you start with the dot and then the name of the attribute, which is parallel. And then now I'm going to create the width of the div. Here we say 250 or 300, and the height 300. Then the background color I'm going to say is white. Now I'm going to save it and then refresh the browser, and then I should be able to see the text. Let me save it, and then so this is my text, the paragraph, and the div inside the div. So I'm going to increase the font, or probably increase the size of the paragraph. So in this case, I'm going to say, no, probably I'm going to say the font. Let me increase the size of this first, 400. Okay. Then what I'm going to do now is to copy I want to copy this 3 times. I'll copy the div 3 times, 2 times, sorry. So 1, and then the second one, the 2. So I'm going to change this one to para 2, and then this one to para 3. Then I'm going to style it. So just copy this, and then press it down here 2 times. Then change this one to 2, and then this one to 3. Then save it. Now I have it. I haven't saved this one. Now that I save it, so I have this 3 times. So I have the paragraph here 3 times. So, but what I want to do is not about to have it in vertical line. So I want to have it in horizontal line. So I'm going to do something. Here first, I'm going to change the paragraph padding to 10 px. So padding 10 px. So I copy this, then I place it below this. So I change this one to 2, and I also place below this one, and I change this one to paragraph 3. So I save it, then I refresh the browser. Now I have this. Now that I have this, I want to style it in the horizontal and the vertical line, I mean the horizontal line. So what I'm going to do is it's very simple. So I just need to say float left. So I copy this and I place it to the rest of the tool, and then place another one here, and then save it. So this is actually what I want to have. Now I'm going to increase the width of the div. So I increase the width of the div to 450, Maybe I should, let me see. And then this one 450, and the last one, the first one, sorry, 450. So let me see how it's going to work. So, okay, yeah. So I'm going to increase it more. No, before I do that, so I would like to do something. I would like to say margin, margin left 5 px. So I copy this and I place it here. I also place it here. So I save it. Now I have this. Now I'm going to extend the 3div to the right side. So probably I'm going to increase the font of the paragraph. So let me increase the font of the paragraph, font size. Or probably 20. It's not good enough, but just want to use it now. If I'm going to place it here again, 2, and the last one. So I'm going to save it, refresh the browser. Now I have this. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to move the 3D and extend it to the right. So I'm going to change the weight to 500. 500. And the last one 500. Oh, too much. So I'm going to change the middle one, the para to something like 470. Okay, maybe I change all 470. Yeah. Now I want to move the first one, the first div, and I want to move it to the right. So what I'm going to do is just moving just need to type um, I just need to increase this one to 15, let's see. Yeah. Let's increase it more to 25. Yeah, perfect. Now I have it at the middle. So I'm going to move the div down and the picture a little bit up. So what I'm going to do is Then close this one. To copy this one, I place another one. So now, perfect. Now, finally, I'm going to create a footer of the website. So what I'm going to do is to copy the header, the complete header here, and then change the tag to footer. So let's copy, then change this one to footer, and then change this one to P, to paragraph P, and say copy, alright, owner at 2021. Then change this one to footer also. Now I'm going to style it. So I just need to copy the first header here and then place it below the div. Below the body. And then change this one to footer. Let's see. Now I have this. Actually, you can say that the footer is above the div. So I'm going to change it. Probably I'm going to say clearboard. So as I said clearboard, everything fall below the div. So I'm going to do something in order to give gap between the div, the last div, and the footer. So I'm going to copy this one, then place it below the, no, above the div, above the footer, sorry, below the div. So save it, refresh. So what I'm going to do is to say here, margin top, let's say 20. The footer margin top is 20. So, and then the div, I'm going to delete the height of the div. There's no need. Delete. The last one also will be deleted. So there's no need of keeping that. So now that I have this, I'm going to delete the I'm also going to delete the size, the width of the paragraph, a div. Probably I don't need it again, so I'm not going to. No, I will just delete the background of the div. Then I change the color of the paragraph to white. So there's no need of using the background for the div. So I'm just going to change the color of the paragraph color to white. So I copy, place it here, second one here, and then the last one. Refresh. Here we have. So then I'm going to change the copyright owner background, the color to white. Footer P color white. Yeah. Then I'm going to increase the font a little bit, size to 20. Yeah. So that's it. This is how to use the inbuilt notepad to create something tangible, or to use it to learn HTML and CSS. And also we can use it to create simple websites like this. Before I go, I would like to remind you to share this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.